How's it going? Joe here. I'm your new Vice President and Welfare Officer in GMITSU Student Union for the year. Basically, this is just an idea myself and Colin come up with in terms of podcasts and rolling them out throughout the year because it helps us communicate with G more what we're doing here in the Students' Union, and also be held accountable to you in terms of the job we're doing and if you're happy with the route we're going down. So basically, I know Colin's been through most of the major issues we've been working on here over the summer already in terms of the EOS training week, which from a personal point of view was I felt a great opportunity to meet a lot of the welfare officers across the country and make contacts and networks with them. And also he's spoken to you about the common room and the website and other issues such as that. Basically, I'm here to talk to you about the welfare side of things and what I've been working on in terms of organising welfare campaigns and looking at student welfare and accommodation issues for the upcoming year. And basically, I just want to go through my proposed schedule for the year as regards welfare. First of all, as I think Colin has already said to you, on the 23rd of August we'll be hosting a grants information evening here in GMIT, and on the 25th we'll be hosting an accommodation information evening. Anybody that has any issues relating to grants or accommodation, I'd really encourage you to come along to these. The grants one, we've got someone from USI coming down who's very good in terms of, he's almost an encyclopedia on grants. And on the accommodation one, we'll have Threshold and local bodies such as that who'll be able to give very good advice, as well as all of the student villages in the area will be in attendance as well. And then just moving on to the start of September, letting you know that I'll be offering the private student union inspections of housing, which I rolled out at the end of last year. That's going to be offered for both the start of September and the end of May this year. I'll be going around taking notes and photographs of any houses in student villages and also in residential areas where the landlords are okay with it, and it should be something that should be beneficial, especially for first years who maybe wouldn't be used to what needs to be done as regards accommodation and covering themselves as regards deposits for the year. Also, we've booked the sexual health magician for Freshers Induction Day here in the college on the 13th of September, who he's been here before, and he'll be hopefully very good and very beneficial for the first years that'll be in on that date. And I hope to have some other workshops on sexual health, mental health and finance rolling out throughout that week at the start of September. The first thing that we'll be pushing for at the start of the year, given the problems we had last year, will be the SHISH campaign, and the stuff on antisocial behaviour will be at the end of September, the first main campaign I plan on running. Now, I've been liaising with local community bodies and with the college authorities here with ideas I've got which could help us with this issue, and ideas such as a neighbourhood watch scheme which we're currently working on, and we're hoping to have this approved and ready to go at this stage of the year. Then we have Monday, October the 11th to Thursday the 14th is what we've done for our road safety week. The shuttle is already booked for this week, along with several other things, so that the week has really fallen into place. And that's also the European Rally for Road Safety. We're hoping to host that. It's a national event which USI will be organising, and I've been in touch with USI, and we're 90% certain that that's going to go ahead here in GMIT, which from a publicity and a media standpoint should be great for us. So that's Road Safety Week. And just to quickly run through the other dates which are a little further into the year, we hope to do something on financial awareness at the start of November. Our first mental health week towards the end of that month. Less Stress, More Success will be rolling out the week before the exams in December. Then in January, the first ever Cultural Diversity Week here in GMIT I hope to host. In February, of course, we'll have Shag Week, and also I hope to host a Rainbow Day in association with the LGBT Society. In April, we'll be doing some stuff on career guidance, and also the second Mental Health Week, and then finally we hope to have a second Less Stress, More Success Week in May. So that's the proposed dates for the year, and hopefully we'll be able to roll them out with no problems. Just moving on from the dates for the year, just letting you know that our accommodation lists are up on the website. They're completely up to date, so if you're searching for a house, you should find a large amount of residential properties advertised on the site at the moment, and also links to the various student villages. Also, and if you've got any queries regarding deposits, I know that the deposits are due back from Glosson in the next few days. Any queries or any general accommodation issues that you've got, be sure to give me a call or an email. Something else that I've been doing up are accommodation packs, which will include these accommodation lists. They'll also include general information on accommodation and issues that you might run into in terms of what you should do when you first move into a house and what you should do when you're moving out, that might help you in terms of retaining your deposit and keeping out of trouble over the course of the year. So we hope to have them done and ready to go for the accommodation info evening, so we'll be able to give them out on that date. Also, just as regards the career guidance, I know it's something that I spoke about a lot last year in the election and in the run-up to taking on the job, is that I felt that there needs to be a lot more done as regards students who are leaving college, because at the moment it's a massive national issue, students leaving college and struggling to find work. So I'm just letting you know I'm sitting on a national task force with the USI on graduate employment. There's 8 of us on the task force. We had our first teleconference meeting last week and it went very well. You may have seen on the news there was a media stunt up in Dublin that was carried out to kickstart the campaign. So I'll be working on that on a national level over the course of the year, and hopefully we'll be able to make some progress with the government's stance on that. Also in terms of the national the USI side of things, I'll be sitting on subgroups for mental health, finance and accommodation over the course of the year, because I feel obviously there's three areas that I'd be very interested in doing work on myself, and hopefully we can make some progress there also. This Thursday I attended a Please Talk conference up in UCD, which is also on the issue of mental health. I found to be very beneficial, and if you log on to www.pleasetalk.ie, you'll find that each college in the country, including our own, it has a list of all the support services that you can find here in the college. So we'll be hoping to update that in the next week or two as well, but it's a very useful tool. So if you require or you're looking for any support services around the college, I'd advise you to log on to that. So I think we've covered most of the stuff there now on that. Okay, just one final thing that I want to mention to you. I think Colin was talking about in his section already. It's the part-time executive voluntary positions that we have available here in the Students' Union. From my point of view, I'd like to encourage as many people as possible to sign up for the Welfare Working Group, because I want to work with as many as possible in ensuring the welfare campaigns that are run here in the college are run as effectively as possible. So if you have an interest in the area of welfare and some of the welfare issues we'll be tackling here on campus over the course of the year, I'd encourage you to get in touch with me. My email address is suvpresident@gmit.ie, and you can get me on my office phone on 091 742316, and my mobile is 087 219 1862. Another position that I'd in particular be hoping to see filled is that of accommodation assistant. It's something that I've been pushing to bring in for this year, someone that can help me in terms of rolling out some of the stuff we'll be doing on accommodation, like the proposed neighbourhood watch scheme and like the student inspections of houses. So if you can get in touch with me on them numbers on that. In particular, I'm looking for people from the property studies course, as you may have a little bit of a grounding on some of the legal side of accommodation and property through your course. So if you're going into 2nd, 3rd or 4th year property studies in particular, get in touch with me about that. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.